Hi, my name is Christine Payne. I'm calling from the New York County District Attorney's Office. I'm calling with regard to a complaint that you delivered to the District Attorney's Office. You can reach me at 212-335-8970. Again, my name is Christine Payne. That's P as in Paul, A-Y-N-E. And my phone number again is 212-335-8970. Thank you. Goodbye. Christine Payne.
Hello, Miss Payne. How you doing? My name is Joshua Kelly. I'm returning.
Oh, hi. Thanks for calling me back. Listen, I just wanted to let you know that we've taken a look at your complaint, and we're not going to go forward on a case against Catherine Brooks. But so I just wanted to let you know that.
So, what was the reason you're not going forward?
Because we don't believe that she actually committed coercion or official misconduct. Rejecting a complaint because it's not verified does not fall under that. It's not a criminal matter.
So, what do you see? There you go again. So, all right. Can you explain to me what the definitions of coercion is, or the elements of coercion are? And then when a public servant refuses to perform his duties to adversely affect an individual, how does that come into play with the coercion statute? Because that's section number 8, and it's saying that as an element of coercion. Now, coercion also with the intent to force a victim to do something or abstain from doing something that they have every right to do. Okay? So that's basically what these elements are saying. Now, when I put the facts in the complaint, in the misdemeanor complaint, you can see very clearly that the acts of Mrs. Brooks meets those elements. For example,
well, I disagree with that.
No, well, so I'm going to ask you to explain to me this, but I'm asking, how do you explain the fact that I had certified it under 28 USC 1746? She turns around and sends it back to me and makes misstatements using CPLR 3022. 3022 only authorizes.
Let me just stop you there. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the federal statute that you're asking me about. So I have no idea. We handle state crimes here in Manhattan, in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. So I don't know anything about the federal law that you're referencing here.
Okay, and that's what it's learning about. Learning is learning is something that you have to do.
But my point is, I can't enforce a federal law.
I'm not. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is hold on. We're talking about coercion. You're talking about official misconduct when you're talking about unauthorized, and then you're talking about.
Is she a federal?
Listen, I didn't ask. That's not why I'm following.
Officer?
Hold on. Let me one thing at a time. I can't talk about 5 different things at one time. You jumping around the place. If I'm speaking, right, the appropriate thing to do is just to listen. Same thing if you're speaking. I'm going to listen. All I'm saying is that.
Listen. I'm not going to listen. See, please. You can either decide to hear what I'm going to say, or you don't have to. That's
you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I listened to what you said. Right. I listened to everything you said. You're right. But you're not. You're cutting me off right now.
You're right. You're right. I'm not going to hear you talk to me about a federal law that I don't know anything about, and then ask me how that fits into official misconduct.
Impartially. That's what you're there for, not to be selective about it. So I'm sorry,
what?
As a victim, I'm entitled to due process. I'm entitled to an attorney. I'm to speak with an attorney.
I'm not your attorney. No.
Victim's right law.
Please,
yes.
No, please, no.
Yes,
I don't represent anybody.
Pursuant to the victim rights law, I'm entitled to an attorney. Now,
then go get an attorney. I am not your attorney.
Wow. Let me speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
Let me speak to your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
No, I want to speak to your supervisor. Your director.
No, I don't think that's going to be possible.
What's your director's name?
I don't think that I'm going to share that with you.
You don't think that you're going to share that with me?
No, because you're not being.
That's simple. Who's your supervisor?
I'm not going to share that information with you.
Okay, then you will get sued. But at the same time, I'm asking you to speak to your supervisor. That's simple.
I heard what you had to say.
And I'm putting this on YouTube as a follow-up to the conversation about Mrs. Brooks. She hangs up.
Christine Payne.
Hello, may I speak with your supervisor, please?
Are you recording this conversation?
Absolutely. It's a one-party consent.
Okay, I'm refusing to speak to you because I'm refusing to be recorded. Thank you. Goodbye.
Because you're hindering prosecution. She hangs up again.
You have reached Assistant District Attorney Christine Payne, Deputy Bureau Chief of the Major Economic Crimes Bureau. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able. Thank you. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, Mrs. Christine Payne. After the misconduct that you indulged in and engaged in, I had requested about 3 times to speak with your supervisor. You hung up on me twice. And now I'm calling to leave a voicemail because you left a voicemail on my phone regarding the complaint that I had issued or give to Mr. Gabrielle on June 2nd. So I'm calling to speak with your supervisor. You tell me you have none, you're not going to do that, so on and so forth. So right now you're hindering prosecution. Local Law 700 requires you to prosecute all crimes and offenses. You're not doing that when you tell me we're deciding not to go through with it. That's not complying and respecting with the law. As a non-judicial employee, you're required to do so pursuant to NYC Part 50.1. You're not complying with it at all. So see you in court.